What is up, my guys and girls of YouTube? It is your boy Justin Omoe, and today I want to make a real quick video for y'all to pretty much get yourself up to production or productivity. Following the chain of my previous videos, a lot of us lost our ways and we feel discouraged by a lot of things. This thing I'm going to talk to you about today will really help you find out yourself and figure out your own reasons, your problems. This is called the 80-20 or the 20-80 rule or principle. There's some other name for it, which is pretty much the 20% that you give out produces 80% of results. It could be flipped around too. So for example, you feel like you work 80% of your day and you relax 20%. Whereas rich people would work 20% of their day and relax the other 80%. How does this apply to you and yourself, your music? You're pretty much getting yourself back up to creating things. So does it feel like you create 80% of the time and you only get 20% of the results you expect? What you should do is evaluate yourself 20% of the time and then, think, understand, and apply the other 80%. So let's say, for example, you allocate 5 hours of your day right now, today, to figure out what the hell is going on. Why am I so slow? Why is this, not feeling great? Let's say, for example, what is 20% of 5 hours?
The answer is 1 hour.
So you see how quick and easy that was for me to figure that out? Of course, if I had better math sense, or if I wanted to, I could have just in my head real quick. But I just had to talk and then do that rather than going out here, pulling out my keyboard, clicking on internet. What is 20% of 5 hours? Anyways, back to the situation. Let's say you take 1 hour out of your time to look at yourself and see these things. Question yourself, like, what does that I have to improve on? What is it that I suck? Why do I do this? Why do I do that? How do I improve myself? Look at all the faults of your own self. Or if it's your music, look at the faults of your music. If it's your beats, look at the faults of your beats. You have to look from an outside perspective at yourself, which is really, really hard to do. But once you get yourself into the hang of pretty much humiliating yourself, you'll be able to improve on yourself. And then use the rest of the time, which is going to be 4 hours. Yes, I know, in this example, 4 hours. So use that 4 hours of your time to pretty much apply and learn the things that's wrong with your videos or your songs or whatever. Let's say, for example, my song has plosives. My song has a lot of clipping. My vocals quality sucks. So these are 3 points that you jot down. Use the other 80% of your time to pretty much figure out why do I have plosives, or why do I hear that? Why is there wind in my vocals? You find out it's called plosives from there, right? Why does my audio quality suck? You find out things about, hey, maybe my mic is not that great of a price. Hey, maybe I'm not in the best room environment. Maybe my audio interface sucks. My preamp sucks. Whatever it may be. What was the other example? I forgot already. I'm using 20% of my brain right now. But yeah, use that 20-80 to really figure out yourself, learn yourself, and apply things. So you may notice this video is quite smaller than usual. This is because I'm doing the 80-20 on myself. I'm trying to pretty much do 20% and see if it gains 80% of the yield results. In my case, the audience retention and pretty much getting myself back into YouTube's algorithm. So let me know if you actually watched until the end of the video, and how does it feel to watch a video that's shorter compared to a video that is longer. I'm interested in hearing your answers because your answers helps your boy out a lot. So thank you for that. Also, thank you for hitting that thumbs up. It is your boy Justin Omoe. That's 20% of my video right there. But with that being said, peace. I'm out. And please have yourselves a damn good one.